You know what? The GoPro Hero 8, I don't understand it. It crashes a lot. My Hero 5 Black didn't really have that many issues. It worked fine. I bought this one mainly because of the hyper smooth and the trail riding. Figured, well, that would smooth it out and make it that much better, more enjoyable to watch the videos. And the time lapse and some other features are fun. I think the other one has time lapse too. I've never played with those features. Also 4K at 60 frames a second, but my computer struggles at the 60 frames, and I've just been filming still at the 2.7 at 60 frames a second. For the most part, it was going pretty good. Occasional random stops, but nothing major. Figured typically probably user error, so kept using the GoPro Hero 8 here. The GoPro Hero 8 just decided to shut down like all the time now. I don't know what the deal is. So I formatted the card. That somewhat got it back up and running, but it still shut down. Maybe it's a bad SD card. Maybe the SD card has already gone. I mean, that would stink. I mean, that's like $50 because I bought a 256 gigabyte card. I have 128, so I can try those next. I've just done the manual update for the firmware, even though I had already updated, so redid that. Hopefully that might fix a problem. I also turned the bit rate from high to standard, although I think I turned it back up. I don't know. I've messed with the settings quite a bit, but I'm filming right now at 2.7K, 60 frames a second. Hasn't shut down yet, but who knows if it will. I also kind of changed the color settings and some of that. Played around with that. We'll see. That probably won't do anything. But I don't know why out of the blue it would just start taking a dive. I thought, well, because I use an external battery, maybe the USB-C cable had an issue, so I changed that out the other day. I didn't get most of the ride. I rode 145 miles, and I literally caught like the first 10 minutes of the ride. Totally ridiculous. And my fault. I should have checked it later on, but we were riding. We weren't. I don't even know if I was going to use the video for any footage. Maybe here and there just do a little editing, just because I was talking to my buddy on the comm, so it wasn't like I was necessarily going to use a lot of it, but still. I have never had a problem plugging that external battery. Just let the camera go the whole time until the card fills up. Typically don't have a problem. Don't have a problem on the Hero 5. I have hundreds of hours, probably thousands and thousands of miles using the Hero 5 in that way. Typically don't have a problem unless it's user problem. I forget to plug in the battery, don't turn on the battery, that type of stuff. Usually my problem, not the GoPro's problem. And on the Hero 5, I would film at 2.7 at 60 frames a second. It does that just fine. What it doesn't have the hyper smooth, and this has, the hyper smooth, and it does a lot better at doing all that. So that's why I bought this. I don't know. I'm kind of regretting spending the $300 on a GoPro Hero 8 if it's going to just randomly shut down. Now, using it in this manner where I can see the display and see that it's still going is fine. When I'm off the bike and I can hear it beep and shut down, should it beep? I don't even know if it beeps because, I have an engine going and stuff. I'm not going to hear that. In general, GoPros are kind of outdated, but they're all the action cameras seem to be outdated at this moment in time. Because I just went through and looked at a bunch. They're all from 3 years ago. So no one's really releasing action cameras. GoPro is updating and releasing, but they never add like the 3.5mm jack for audio. They want you to have the huge dongle. I have issues with the dongle. The dongle doesn't work. It sucks. But that's how they want you to do. So I don't use a dongle. I use a audio recorder, which has its own set of headaches and problems. Just give us a 3.5mm audio jack so we can plug in. Maybe make a vlogging camera a specific model. GoPros are known to overheat. That's why they shut down a lot. I would hope it's not overheating. I mean, I haven't messed with the settings. I don't know why it would be overheating that fast all of a sudden. Yeah, it's gotten warmer out, but I don't think it's that warm out that it should be overheating. The Hero 5 would overheat if I did 4K at 30 frames a second in the hot, like 90, 100-degree heat of Tennessee. But then as soon as I turned it down, I didn't have a problem. If GoPros are overheating so much, so maybe instead of being so compact, get it a little bit bigger. Just make it a little bit bigger. Just so it's not all crammed together as tight. That would probably fix a lot of the overheating. They keep trying to go for compactness, but they don't add the features that we need, like the 3.5 millimeter jack. They don't add more space so it doesn't overheat, or a better chipset. We got kids out and about riding around, so sorry for the background noise. I'm not using the audio recorder right now. I shouldn't need to. The GoPro should have that jack. I should be able to have a mic on the GoPro. I don't know what GoPro's thinking. Now is an interesting company out there that's called Insta360, and they have the R, and they have the lenses are components, and you can change that, and they have a huge, bigger battery that fits on the bottom, and it's all waterproof. I'm thinking about buying one of those. I think my buddy's buying one. I want to see how it works. If he says, yeah, this is pretty good. It also uses, instead of a proprietary dongle for audio, it just uses a simple USB to audio jack. Just plug it in and plug in your mic and you have audio. Now, I wouldn't be able to plug in my power bank, but they sell a bigger battery. So if I can get 4 hours on their bigger battery for recording, then I think that's good. I could just buy a few of those batteries if it really goes for 4 hours. They want $50 for one, but if it really records for 4 hours, that's a lot better than GoPro's price, you know, for a battery. So hopefully Insta360, that seems like it might be the way to go. I like the form factor of the GoPros. You know, they fit nicely on the chin. The Sonys have the best image stabilization, but the design profile sticks out. And I don't know, when you ride harder trails, having something that sticks out, I occasionally will bump a chin-mounted GoPro. I couldn't imagine a Sony with how it's shaped to be sticking out like a block. It's not going to work really. I mean, it will work. People have done it, but you know, the GoPro form works the best for helmets. And again, Sony hasn't released a new camera. Theirs is still like 3 years old. So all these companies, I'm afraid to buy something that's been out for 3 years, because all of a sudden they're going to release something new. It's going to be so much better. And it's going to be like, I spent $300 on this, but if I would have waited, I would have spent the extra $100, $200 even, and got something even better. So anyways, that's where I'm at with the GoPro. I'm obviously going to try using it. I'm going to try using it in Tennessee, but if it continues to crash, I'm just going to switch back over to the GoPro Hero 5 Black. And that's why I keep my cameras. I suggest keep the camera that's been working for you, and if you're upgrading, just upgrade for a few new features of whatever. I mean, if the GoPro Hero 8 is working for you and a 9 comes out, why get the 9? Wait till the 10, but still keep your 8, because if there's something wrong, you can go back and use that camera and be good to go. Now, there is a possibility maybe my problems are with the external battery plugged in. That is a possibility. Maybe that's causing an issue and causing it to shut down. For us that like record long rides and stuff, we can't be switching the battery every hour, 2 hours. We need to be leaving that battery there. We're riding. When you're riding a motorcycle, you never know what's going to happen. Anything could take place. So I like to record, turn it on, and forget about it. Now that kind of makes with the audio recording, syncing it up, you have to sync it multiple times if it's a 4 hour, all these pieces, because it slowly goes out of sync, little by little. Typically not enough right away, and then like an hour in, it will be enough off that that could be annoying depending what's going on, you know? But because it's not facing me, you don't, the lips aren't out of sync or anything like that. So the engine might be out of sync, but you won't really notice it because you don't necessarily know why it would be slightly revving or this or that. So it tends to work out okay. And I just resync it from time to time within the video. And that works. It's a pain though. I would rather just record audio right to this GoPro and not have to mess with the syncing. Anyways, that's where I'm at. So just another complaint video. It's not like GoPro's gonna watch my video and say, you know what, we're gonna add a 3.5 millimeter jack and we're gonna come out with a camera that is made for vloggers and people that are riding and they want an external battery source and they want, you know, the audio input. I don't know. I'm not that big of a channel, so I have no influence over GoPro, but you never know. Maybe somebody will happen to see and be like, hey, he's making some valid points. So we'll see. Anyways, we'll see if I keep using this camera. I'm definitely going to let you know. So have a good one and take care, my friends. Stay well.